Hey everybody, welcome to Young Money Investments. Whether you are in high school, middle school, or whether you are 55 and still contemplating if you're doing the right thing, this video today is for you. How many of you out there have ever wondered, am I on the right path? Am I doing what I should do? Am I finding the fulfillment and joy in my life? I think everyone out there can say it, at least at one point in their life, they've wondered, and every once in a while they still question whether they have found the thing that they should be doing in order to be happy in life. In today's video, we're gonna be talking about how to figure out what to do with your life, all today on Young Money Investments. So in an effort to kind of switch things up here on the channel, I am creating different series that hopefully will be helpful and beneficial to those of you, not only those of you that are learning to trade stocks and wanting to be in a stock community here on YouTube, but also for those of you that are just wanting to better yourself. I think for me, personally, the stock market is only one of the many facets of my life that have turned me into the person that I am today. It's one of those vessels or vehicles that is propelling me forward to be the best person I can be. And so whether it be in the stock market, whether it be in other forms of personal finance or relationships, I think it's very important for all of us to be able to ask ourselves, what are we doing with our lives in order to be happy? And this is something that I had found that had really helped me out. And that was this almost like Venn diagram type thing that helped me figure out, am I on the right path and am I doing the things that are going to make me happy in this life? If you take a look at the Venn diagram here, you will see very quickly that we have three categories. We have things that you are good at, you have things people will pay you to do, and you also have things that you love to do. Now, each of those are different categories and can easily overlap. You could easily have put multiple things, for example, in things that you're good at and things that will, people will pay you to do. You could have easily put things you love to do in things that you're good at and vice versa, right? You could have easily filled these out and done kind of a little compare and contrast, but I wanted to make this kind of a generalized thing. The things that I'm good at, I put the things that I am good at, but I want you as the watcher, as the viewer, to kind of put yourself in my situation and think about some of these things as we go through this video. So things people will pay you to do. Oftentimes these are hard labor jobs. People will pay just about anybody to go out and build a concrete, slab, put in a new driveway, build a concrete wall, do the flower beds. Pretty much anyone can be paid to go out and do hard labor. This is non-skilled labor. Oftentimes, just about anyone can work in the fast food market. You don't need a college education. Heck, you sometimes don't even need a high school education in order to do some of these things. People will pay you to do the hard, intensive, or just downright jobs most other people don't want to do. You can get paid decently well. Some janitors get paid really well. If you work your way up the chain and work yourself into a manager at McDonald's, maybe you can make some decent money. Hard laborers can easily turn into contractors and subcontractors. There are ways to build things up, but usually the things when you start out that people will pay you to do, they're not usually the most fun jobs. The next thing is always going to be the things that you love to do. So the things that a lot of people love to do is they love to play sports. They love to watch sports. Sports is usually one of those things in this life that everybody, worldwide can come together and be a part of a community, whether it be for the opposing team or for the home team. There's always a group of people that will support you and be on your side when it comes to sports. Another thing, things people love to do, hobbies. Some people love to drive RC cars or, fly drones. Other people have hobbies in building little miniature villages, you name it. There are hobbies and you can do those, and those can be something that you love to do. You can also get paid to do them, right? But usually hobbies are things that are not really ways to make money. Those are just things we would love to get paid for, and we do them because we enjoy them. Next thing a lot of people love to do is learn. There are a lot of people and people that don't love learning, right? But there are a lot of people that love to be serial learners. They love to go to school and get their bachelor's, and they get their MBA, and they get their master's, and they get their specialized another master's in something or the other, and they get their doctorate. They go to school for years, decades, sometimes multiple decades, and they just love to learn. I'm one of those that I love to learn, but I don't love to learn in the school atmosphere. I've never really loved that, but I do love learning and I love watching YouTube videos. Vacation and travel. Almost everyone loves to go on vacation. Almost everyone loves to travel. Usually you don't get paid for it. Again, you can get paid for it, but not very many people do. Romance. Of course people love a little romance in their lives. And again, with anything, you can potentially get paid for some romance, but usually you don't. Other people love to talk, and some people don't. That's just the way it is. But that is something that a lot of people do love to do and don't love to do. That is something you can get paid for, but usually you don't. Helping others. Who doesn't love to feel good after helping someone else out that needed help? I don't think there's very many people in this world that cannot say that they don't love helping others. Even the most grumpy and grouchy of Mr. Scrooges in the world still feel something nice and warm in their heart when they help people out. Again, you can get paid for that, and there are good jobs for that. But again, that is something that we usually love to do. Now, when it comes to things that we're good at, you could probably take a list of both of these things and put them into things that you love or actually are good at. Things that I feel like I'm good at. I'm good at problem solving. I'm good at exercising. I'm good with numbers. I'm good with speaking, relatively. I'm good at prolonging gratification, holding out longer, waiting, being able to wait until I can finally get the goal or the thing that I'm working towards. Teaching, stocks, sales, all talents and tools that I have had to work at to get good at. Again, I don't necessarily love sales. There are sometimes I don't necessarily love stocks. I do love stocks overall though. Sales, not necessarily something I love, but it is something that I've gotten good at. The key in life and being able to really figure out what you should do is being able to take a combination of all three of these things and being able to put it in something that I like to call the sweet spot. Now, the sweet spot is something that takes obviously a little bit of hard work. It takes you being good at something, and it also takes you being able to love what you do. Now, if I love to make balsa airplanes, for example, there's not really much of a market for that, and there's really not going to be many people that are going to pay me to do that. And that is where you do have to sacrifice, especially at an early age. You're going to have to do jobs that you don't love to do. You're going to have to do things that are going to prolong gratification, that are not going to be fun. But in the end, it is going to lead you to that job that puts you in the sweet spot. For me, the sweet spot has really been stocks. It has been doing this YouTube channel. It has been teaching others how to learn. It has been through sales. It has been through being able to help others learn how to sell and being able to sell a product that I believe in home security. Remembering my why out on the doors has been crucial in order for me to get to the point where I can find these jobs that I love. And sometimes that sweet spot, you don't always know you're gonna love it. Sometimes people will pay me to do the hard labor. This job is nothing short of hard labor, but you can learn to love what you do, and sometimes you will turn that into a career. So that is super important. So guys, that is the Venn diagram. That is going to be really what I have found to really help me out in my life. I think that is something that anyone can wipe all this away, can take out my things that I have put in here, and you can actually be able to go, you know what? I can put myself in these boxes. I can figure out what my sweet spot is. And that is what I ultimately believe will put you on the path to personal success. Catch you guys in the next video.